I remember our first date and how you seemed to remember every word I had ever said before. You picked up on my love for the red pack of Starbursts, and you remembered my favorite book wasn't written by disciples but by a black woman who smiled just like me. You recalled I had made mention of Donny Hathaway having the voice of God, and I remember the first time you looked at me. Amidst the crowd of screaming souls, I was the only one you saw standing there. I remember. I also remember the first time you put the center of your palm over my nose and mouth and bounced my head against the wall as if it were the winning shot against the backboard. Come to think of it, it may have been the only time I had ever fallen for you. I felt safer woven into the fibers in the carpet that broke my fall than I ever did in your arms. I remember.
For you, I was a flame. Love is a losing game. 5-story fire as you came. Love is losing game. One I wish I'd never play. Oh, what a mess we made. And now the final frame. Love is a losing game.
I remember the day I met you. I swear it felt like you had torn a page out of my diary. You smelled like Thanksgiving cigars and peppermint in a glass bowl. Something so familiar that I resented you. How could you not have noticed? I have loved you since the day we met. Your smile was like Christmas morning, and when you kissed me, you tasted like a million lifetimes. It was that ghostly melody locked inside of that doorbell, that song I can't forget that sent my heart falling from between my knees. You've been pushing buttons all along. Call me Pinocchio, tangle me within your fingertips and string me along. When you control every move we make, how is it that we've become so disconnected? Please stop giving me the world and calling it mine, then casting me from it rejected. Head dropped low and one foot in front of the other, unable to return until you decide to invite me. I remember telling you that I was scared, trembling at the thought of you. And if this is the time for confessions, I never was afraid that you would leave me, just that I would love you. And here we are alone. And I am more human than you expected. And I've got a fistful of tears and a strong fear of rejection. Why did I ever let you in? I can't remember.
Played out by the band. Love is a losing hand. More than I could stand. Love is a losing hand. Self-professed, profound, oh, till the chips were down. No, you're a gambling man. Love is losing hand.
I'm sorry that the way I fall apart isn't to your liking. I hadn't realized there was a proper way to unravel. You made a mockery of me while standing on a star I didn't feel worthy to place my feet on, and all the while you masked your absence under the guise of support and friendship. I didn't remember that I had been here before. He didn't know I would break this easy, but you weren't like them until you were, and I don't blame you. We're human. We're all the same. We just go about it different, made up of cheap parts that we spit on to make us shiny, but never mind that. I won't cheapen this experience. Someday I'll appreciate what you taught me, how beautiful you've made me feel just by smiling at me when you thought I couldn't see you, the consideration you gave me, and the way you thought of me, something so flawed first thing in the morning after the sun chased your eyelids. But today is not that fucking day. For now, I just want to remember the way it when I felt like nothing, when you felt like it was just text messages you set aside, but I wanted to scream that it was me, a whole person you set aside. I need to receive this lesson for all it is worth. So when the next guy that isn't the same comes along, the sadness in his eyes won't make me forget my own. I'll remember.
Though I battle blind, love is a fate resigned. Memories mar my mind. Love is a fate resigned. Oh, a few sad lines, oh, and left out by the gods. And now the final frame. Love is a losing game.